Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Good Girls Get Rich podcast. I'm your host, Karen Yankovich, and today we're getting raw and real and radically honest about something that I know so many of you are feeling, but maybe haven't said out loud. And that is, I don't hate working. I just hate the way that I'm working. I live in northern New Jersey, and I'm in a local women Facebook, something moms, right? Facebook group. And there was a post, and it came from a woman who was on maternity leave. And I'm going to paraphrase this because I don't want to out her too much, but she basically said, I'm really dreading going back to work. We make great money, but it's still not enough for me to stay home with my baby. I hate being paged. I hate being on call. I hate the stress. I hate the traffic. I just feel so stuck. Does it get better? And I remember that. Oh my gosh, I remember that. I think I've told you guys on this show, I remember driving I wasn't going to go back to work after I had my third kid, and my ex-husband quit his job. So I had to go back to work. And I remember, northern New Jersey, the traffic's insane. It's insane. I remember driving back to work, screaming at the top of my lungs, I can't believe I'm effing doing this. Like, you're trying to raise kids, but you have to be at work at 8:00, which means you have to leave at like 6:30, even if you're only like 15 miles away, and then you don't get home. Even if you get out at 4, you don't get home till like 6:00, 5:30, 6:00. It's crazy, right? So if it hits home for you, like it hit home for me when I read that. And if you ever found yourself asking like, is this everything? Or like, I'm ready I want to work. I love contributing. I love what I do. I'm so good at what I do. But there's got to be a better way to do it. I decided that I wanted to do an episode just for that, because that really is at the heart of everything I teach, right? It's at the heart of everything I teach. What is your zone of genius? How can you create a big, beautiful, bold ask offer for that? And then sell that, whether you're a full-time entrepreneur or it's a side gig, whatever it is for you. But people are doing this, so why not you? So we're going to walk through 10 powerful ways today that you can turn the career and the expertise that you've worked so hard to build into a high income business if you want, right? One that you can fit around your life, not the other way around. And I've created a free guide to go with this. 50 business ideas from real life paychecks. You can grab that right now at KarenYankovich.com/322 download. And I'll tell you more about that later as well. All right. So let's talk about the elephant in the room here. Okay. The real issue is that you don't hate being productive, right? You don't hate using your brain. In fact, you probably love using your brain. You love having impact. What you hate is being micromanaged, missing your child's milestones for a meeting that could have been an email, right? Trading your peace for a paycheck, being brilliant and still feeling broke or boxed in. This isn't burnout, it's misalignment. And let me just tell you, alignment is your birthright. That's all we're looking to do here. Take that beautiful genius you have and align it with something that will bring in the money, and oftentimes way more money than you were able to get at a paycheck, right? And instead of pouring all of your heart and your soul and your energy and things you want to pour into your family into someone else's business, someone else's dream, start building your own. So if that all sounds aligned to you, then you're in the right place. So I'm just going to talk quickly about like 10 different ways you can take your skills from your paycheck and turn them into a profitable, aligned business. So the first one I want to talk about, and this is a big one, the consultant path. Listen, we all know consultants get paid. No corporation is expecting to hire a consultant and not pay them, right? So, and maybe you've even seen that. Maybe you've even seen consultants come into your company, and they're getting paid, God, 5 or 6 times what you get paid to do things that you probably could do, right? But consulting is kind of simply charging for your brain instead of your time, right? So, like, think about what kinds of things your company might bring a consultant in for that you probably have a lot of the skill for. You don't have to have all the skill, because let's get real, we can learn, right? You don't have to know, like, this is another issue with women. We feel like if we don't know all the things, we can't do it yet. You can learn, right? As long as you know you can accomplish it. One person, one problem, and charge a premium. Because remember this, as a consultant, let's say you get paid $50 an hour, right? And you're like, the consultant gets paid $200 an hour. you don't want to charge hourly as a consultant, but let's just use those numbers as round numbers, right? Remember that you're not really getting paid $50 an hour because there's a loaded labor rate. They're paying payroll taxes on you. Then maybe they're paying for some benefits, right? So your $50 an hour is probably closer to $100 an hour. And that consultant that's getting paid $200 an hour, out of that $200, they have to pay their overhead, right? All the things that go into running a business. So charging a premium isn't overcharging. To just stay aligned, you got to charge like 2 or 3 times what an hourly rate might be, just to stay even. And then, of course, I want you to stick it. I want you to take that a level higher, right? And that's what I'm here to help you with. The second path, the course creator path, right? What do you know? Package it into a workshop, package it into a training, package it into a digital course. Something you've already taught 100 times, right? Why not record it once and sell it forever? This doesn't have to be a business thing, by the way, right? You can run a digital, let's say you're the president of the PTA, right? You can create a course around how to run a successful PTA, right? There's courses for everything. There's courses for everything. And most of the stuff that goes into this, you can get free recording up, this microphone that I have is very inexpensive, right? And it's a good one. Like that stuff doesn't cost that much to get all the things you need to create a course. The third path, the coach or mentor path. People are already asking, how'd you do that, right? Whether you're a nurse or a teacher or the VP of finance, you can mentor the next wave of women coming up behind you, right? And you can charge for that. You can charge for that, whether you have groups or whether you have a community or whether you do it individually, right? Speaking of individually, the fourth path I want to talk about is the VIP day model. I am telling you, there are people that would rather pay a premium price to have you to themselves than to be in a group or be something lower ticket, right? So one high touch day where you're solving a full problem, that's it. One day, big value, premium price. I've talked to like yoga teachers about this. Like, you're focusing on your $20 a person class, focus on like, what does a $2,000 to spend the day with you look like, right? Creating custom, yoga sequences and maybe essential oil blends or maybe building in some massage, whatever it is you do, right? Like there are women that are just not going to come to your yoga class because their rotator cuffs are torn and they feel uncomfortable, right? Work with them privately, VIP day. People want to do this. I promise you there's opportunities for this. One of the first things we teach in our She's Linked Up program is how to create a VIP day model. Number 5, the done with you model. This is perfect for the perfectionists that are listening to me here, right? You don't have to do it all. Just do it with your clients, right? It builds intimacy and it keeps your workload light. They can bring you in, consultant, mentor, like, you're saying, I'm going to do this with you. I've done this before, right? And I'm going to teach you how to do it as we do it together, right? Our She's Linked Up program is a done with you program. There are things we do for you. We write your profile for you, but we do it with you because it allows us, I'm never going to log into your LinkedIn profile. It's against all LinkedIn's terms of service. And I don't want to do that, right? So we do this with you. There's lots of things you can do with a done with you model. Number 6, digital products. Templates, checklists, email scripts, instant downloads, right? You've already built some of these maybe for the work you've been doing, right? Now turn them into making money, right? And let ChatGPT or somebody help you create all of that, right? Like they can help you, ChatGPT or AI can help you come up with what the digital products are that you have a unique ability to do. Number 7, speaking and training. Get paid to teach what you know. Corporations, schools, associations. These people are craving real world wisdom. Okay. You've got it. You've been in the workforce all these years, right? What is this? So let's say the person that put this Facebook post up, let's say she goes back to work because she just didn't build this in yet. But at the same time, she creates a speaker kit, right? What can she go out and speak to? Like whether it's real estate agents or insurance agents or there's associations for, people that sew buttons on dolls, and more, right? So think about the speaking and training path. That could be another path to build income for you. The thought leader path, number 8, start showing up, post on LinkedIn, do guest interviews, build a brand around your expertise, and doors will open. I say this all the time. I wish I could tell you what the actual mathematical equation is for reach out to this many people and you get this many clients. But I can tell you, if you build a network with intention and you just do outreach intentionally and from your heart and from your area of expertise, the business follows every single time. The advisory path, right? Maybe you have expertise in startups or boards or nonprofits. Be the voice of wisdom without being on their payroll. This is very attractive to a lot of these people. And by the way, startups often have cash, right? So they can pay you for this stuff. And the 10th one that I'm listing here now, and remember, we have a download for you where there's 50 ideas, the boutique agency path. Hire a small team to do what you do now and step into that CEO role. Start small, right? Start small, get 1 or 2 clients, and then grow on your terms. There's so much more we can talk to about this. Like, I would love to talk to you individually about this. If you go to KarenYankovich.com/call, I'm happy to chat with you about what it looks like for you. But every single one of these models is rooted in skills you already have. I'm not asking you to get another certification. You don't need any of that. You just need the strategy. Okay. You just need the strategy. So let's talk about what this really takes. Okay. It's not more hustle. It's not more sacrifice. It's giving yourself permission to build that bridge from your paycheck to your entrepreneurial vision, right? To take up space, to value your peace more than your job title. Your LinkedIn profile absolutely can open doors to dream clients. I know that. I've seen that. I teach that. Your story can become your brand, right? Oh my gosh, I can just rant on this forever. But and the reason that I incorporate PR into these conversations, public relations, I want you interviewed on podcasts and magazines, newspapers, whatever. A little PR, a little positioning, and a whole lot of self-trust, you can build a business that supports your life, not one that drains it. So that's why I created this episode, because I read that post on Facebook and I was like, all right, I just want to spark, like, what if, right? What if? I'm not asking you to, eventually you have to take a leap, right? I did, right? Many of us that are entrepreneurs did. I took a leap at one point, left my secure paycheck, to do what I do now. So that's why I created this new free resource, 50 business ideas from real life paychecks. You're going to find real examples of women turning jobs into offers, business models for nurses, teachers, admin assistants, creatives, quick monetization hooks for each of these ideas, right? And a little inspiration, because I want you to believe that you can do this too. This is not fluff. This is the idea that can change everything. So you can grab that at KarenYankovich.com/322 download. Okay. And you can grab that free checklist. Here's the truth. You're not stuck because of your job. You're stuck because no one showed you another way, or because let me tell you something. When I took this leap, I had to lean into my entrepreneur friends, not my friends and family who love me, but didn't get me. Right? So there's going to be people that are like, wait, what? You got a 6-figure paycheck and you live in Bergen County and you're going to walk away from that to do what? Right? I'm here for you. I want you to imagine that, like, you're walking into a Monday morning, the sun's coming in the windows, your kids are laughing in the background, and your calendar is full of people who value you, right? You're charging a premium price for the genius you are, and you're doing work that feels like an extension of your heart, not feels like a drain on your entire being. That life is closer than you think, but you've got to choose it. So start with downloading the guide. Let this episode be your sign. Okay. Make sure that we're connected as well, and on LinkedIn, and let me know how it's going. And know that you were born worthy. The world is waiting for what only you can bring. I will see you right here next week for another episode of the Good Girls Get Rich podcast.